Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. For those of you new here, my name's Dave, and on this channel I cover my love, my passion for LEGO investing, my Bricklink store, and general reselling. This particular video we're going to go ahead and cover the LEGO investment side of the channel. Specifically, we're going to talk a little bit about investing in our future. At least that's what I'm calling this video. So I'm going to share with you guys some pretty cool event or moment that I was able to share, in essence, with my son. Investment in our future. Come on, you guys get it. So I'm going to share that. Had a great time with it. And I'm also going to use it as a fun opportunity to talk to you a little bit about Duplo. Because I think that there's some interesting, what I'm going to call strategies, when you're making the selections in your Duplo products. So stay tuned for that. Before we jump in and show you the super cool moment that I was able to share with my son, I do want to ask that you go ahead and click on the like button below. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we would definitely appreciate it if you could share this video or our channel with your friends and family so that we can end up reaching more people. Really excited to be able to share all of this stuff with all of you. So, without further ado, let's jump into my fun moment that brought such a smile to my face. Hey, Luke, come here. We are going to be giving Luke this super cool Duplo set. Hey, Luke, come here, dude. You know what I got? Say hi. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to open it and play with it? You want to play with it? Let's get this open. Come here. Here, we're going to come. Yay! So I already cut the seal on it. Whoa. What do you think? Sometimes, even though you buy a set for LEGO investing, there's a lot of value in doing other stuff with it too. So we are going to go ahead and see if we can build some really cool stuff. What do you think, Luke? Is this stuff really cool? Are you going to work with me to try and follow some instructions? Let's see if we can do it. Okay, Luke, what is your professional review? Do you think this is cool? What one do you like better, the dump truck or the excavator? Ooh, dump truck. Oh my goodness, you dumped those bricks out all over, huh? And what do you think of the excavator? What do you think of that one? That almost kind of looks like Blippi, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got the blue and the orange on the bucket. That's really cool. You know, the fun part is it goes right back together. Yeah, just like that. Right there, right? Push, push, push. Ah, there you go. Good job, dude. I hope you have fun playing with it, man. Can you give everyone one big cheese? Thank you. I hope you enjoyed seeing me share that really cool moment and time with my son. I was really having a good time with it, and it was exciting to see, even though he's not quite to the point where he's doing the builds on his own by any stretch, it was so awesome seeing the excitement when he ended up getting, as a matter of fact, it happens to be this set, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but he is so into construction vehicles and big trucks and anything kind of along those lines. And so seeing his excitement when he was able to open it and play with it just really brought a smile to my face. And I was so happy to be able to share that with him. And so that's kind of what made me think, you know what, let's talk a little bit about that. The investment in our future, specifically around Duplo because of what this is. But children, in essence, are something that we as parents and as families end up spending a lot of money on, and that's a big key thing with Lego, right? A lot of the people that are purchasing Lego are parents for their children. And so a lot of our market oftentimes is directed towards, in the standard Lego system, is directed directly at what I'm going to say is the child or the collector or the whatever, right? It's a child who can express their interest in a set, asking for it, and then maybe their parents having to buy it or that child saving up for it. Duplo is a little different, right? Duplo tends to be catered more towards a market who can't communicate their interest in a particular set. And so we actually rely more about the parents to understand either what their child likes or to get their child something that they're interested in. And that's kind of why I felt like this might be a good video and kind of maybe a unique perspective. So you can see here that I do have another one of these construction sets. It's the Truck and Tracked Excavator is apparently the name of it. But this set in general, I don't think is going to be a very good performer. Now, I did get them because I got them on clearance. And at some point, when you get them on clearance-based pricing, it's hard to pass up the deal, but I don't think this is going to be a big performer. I think the construction vehicles help it a little bit, but I don't know too many parents that in general are going to go and look at a Duplo set on Amazon or eBay or wherever it is and seek out an older set that doesn't have anything super specific to it, right? There's a couple construction vehicles. Lego will continue to make construction vehicles. And to that parent, it's not going to be something that they make a point to buy the more expensive version because it's retired and unavailable. They don't care in this case. And so I'm going to kind of set that one to the side. Again, same thing. I've got this airport set. Sure, planes, they're cool, but a parent doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, seek out an airplane set for their 2-year-old or 3-year-old. Right? This is something that if they see on the shelf and want to buy a set for their kid, they may end up picking it up, but they're not going to be paying the crazy premiums for these type sets. Now, if we get into something like Toy Story, right, now we're starting to pull at the adult's heartstrings a little bit. An adult who grew up watching Toy Story might have an interest in wanting to share that experience or some portion of that experience with their child, right? So the adult is making the decision here. The adult is saying, hey, I grew up with Toy Story. I loved Toy Story. It's got a cool train in it. I think that this set is going to do very well. This is going to be a good performer because it's got a licensed property that your parent can connect with or the adult can connect with in essence. And that's what's going to be the main sale, in my opinion, of this Duplo stuff. Got a couple more sets here to go through. I've got this Batcave. Again, parents who love the DC Universe, parents who love Batman, they're going to want this. It comes with Joker, it comes with Robin, it comes with Batman, a Batmobile, and a Batcave. Like, that's some of the most iconic stuff relative to the DC Batman universe. And for a parent who's a fan, they're going to be totally fine spending way above retail price to get this for their child because they want to share their experience with their child. And that's kind of what the key is, in my opinion. is finding stuff that a child could play with, but caters more towards or markets more towards the adult who's going to be purchasing it. Here, we've got a Spider-Man set. We got Spider-Man and Electro. I'm not necessarily a big Electro person, but I love Marvel, and I love Spider-Man. So again, Spider-Man's going to be something that a parent could seek out, especially if Spider-Man sets are no longer available at that time, right? If LEGO doesn't release additional Spider-Man sets in the Duplo variety, parents are going to be willing to spend more money to get that set for their child. Last set, then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We've got the Mickey train. So again, trains are hot. Adults like trains. Kids like things with wheels that they can drive around. Mickey Mouse, we as adults grew up with it. I think even some of the next generation will continue to have a passion and a desire for Mickey stuff because Mickey Mouse is still relevant. It's still something that kids are very much exposed to. They still have cartoons and things that are going to continue to speak to them. So I think this is going to be a pretty good performer as well. Honestly, out of all those ones that I shared, it might be a little bit of a mix-up between the Batcave and the Toy Story train. In my opinion, for which set is going to end up having the greatest ROI. So, just a quick recap here. When you're purchasing LEGO Duplo sets for an investment, I would personally recommend staying away from your standard, what I'm going to call city-type sets, right? Farm sets, I think can maybe do okay because parents do want to purchase animals for their children. I've specifically seeked out a couple sets so that they could have bunnies and horses and cows and pigs because I think kids like animals and the animal noises is something that you want to teach them when they're at those ages. But beyond that, right, the airport, a lot of construction things, police sets, firefighter sets. Those, I think, in my opinion, have a much smaller market. So I would recommend sticking with licensed properties, things that you think will be iconic or memorable to the parents, because in this case, right, kids, they're not making the selection. It's the adult making that selection. So keep that in mind when you're making your LEGO investments. I hope that you found this useful. I hope that you enjoyed seeing me share that time with my son. And I hope that you come back again later in the week for the next video. Thank you all so much for stopping in. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I had an amazing time, and I look forward to spending more time with you. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Good job, construction worker.